Okay, so the mhur season 17 patch notes are out and we are about to go through every single one of these changes here. I'm gonna try to keep the video as short as possible, so if you do enjoy, leave a like and let's get straight on into it. So here we have some new features. The sort function has been added to the character selection screen. Players can now use hero crystals to shorten the waiting time, as well they can change their player name, and players can now save certain settings for each battle style. This change here, very important. I've been asking for this for so long now, many seasons I've been waiting for this, because I personally use different biomes on Aizawa, Lady Nagan, Deku, so to finally have it in game, it does feel good. There are some custom games changes here as well. Players can now set team names, that's really cool. Players can now change their player name within a room. Okay, so that's, I do not like that whatsoever. Why are we allowed to hide in other players' customs, bro? For the tuning system, a function has been added to allow batch unlocking of tuning slots. Display has been added to the tuning screen that shows recommended battle styles, and they adjusted the recommended tuning batch setup UI for ease of usability. And nothing too juicy there. System adjustments. When a marker is set on an item, the indicator shown on the minimap will now display the icon of the corresponding item. Adjusted the length of the invisibility after performing a PU attack to not end for 1 second after the attack. I can't lie, I'm just gonna summarize all of this up here for you. Nothing really too crazy. Items outside of the zone will now flash as an indicator before disappearing. I guess that's kind of cool. When dealing damage to an opponent who's using a healing item, the healing animation can no longer be cancelled by certain abilities. That's interesting because we haven't been told what abilities can and can't cancel the healing. I'm guessing this projectiles though, like Bakugo Alpha and Deku Alpha. Area control battle adjustments, a few changes here. Improve the AI behavior. We do not care about any of this stuff. Let's have a look at the battle style adjustments. While being grabbed by these characters from the following battle styles, the amount of damage received from the other battle styles will be half, and this is applied to Deku's Black Whip, Strike Deku's Beta, All Might's Gamma, Aizawa's Alpha, Shigaraki's Gamma, Dabi's Beta, Ibara's Gamma, Shinso's Alpha, Armored All Might's Beta, Denki Kaminari's Alpha, and Rapid Deku's Gamma. The following quirks have been adjusted to no longer pierce, super armor, or bind opponents. So for example, if you are playing a young All for One and you're in your Gamma, these abilities won't cancel your hyper armor anymore, or your super armor, sorry. Deku's Black Whip, Aizawa's Alpha, Tamaki's Alpha, Shinso's Alpha, and Armored All Might's Beta. And the following characters have been adjusted so that while performing a combo on the ground, opponents on the receiving end cannot escape by dodging. This is really good, because especially for characters like Froppy, I feel like Cementos needs to be in here too with his Gamma and Alpha combo, because people can just roll out of that so easily. Same with Froppy Beta. I like this change. This is a good one. Okay, now we've got some actual changes to the abilities. So for Aizawa Binding Cloth Capture, it has an increased range now and an increased projectile speed. For the Beta, there's only an ammo count of 1 now, I believe, but the damage has increased at all levels, and also the distance has increased on the Beta. I've already seen a combo. I think the combo is Gamma Alpha ground alpha into beta. Like, you can do so much more now with Aizawa. Unfortunately though, his special action has been decreased very significantly. By the way, if you tap it, it takes away like 50% now. We have some changes to Assault Shigaraki being adjusted so that the decay occurs even when hitting a wall. The projectile size has been increased, and increased direct hit damage, which is really good. It's also been adjusted so that damage from projectiles and decay are not received simultaneously. They also adjusted it to make it easier to knock back opponents. For his quirk skill Beta, they increased the range, and for the quirk skill Gamma, they adjusted it to make it easier to knock back opponents while dashing. They expanded the range and hit height. They increased the damage. They increased the falling speed and adjusted the camera angle to pull back slightly, and they adjusted it that so opponents hit by attacks while falling drops downwards. They've increased the range on Kendo's quirk skill Alpha, and for the quirk skill Gamma, they increased the dash distance. I think this is the lunge. For Kurogiri, he's been reduced to 300 HP, and for the Gamma ability, it allows it so the use of aim assist, and for the Gamma ability, it's been adjusted so that aim assist is active when using the Gamma ability. It can only be used when at 100% now as well, and increased reload speed for a single use has been changed. For Present Max Gamma, it's been adjusted so that the momentum is retained after use. For Dabi's quirk skill Beta, it's been adjusted how opponents are knocked back upon being hit, allowing for follow-up combo attacks. That's a really good change here for Dabi. I feel like he really needs a change to his Beta and Gamma. Oh, would you look at that? For the Gamma, it's been adjusted so that super armor is gained upon use. I love that. Okay, Dabi's actually kind of creeping up on the tier list. For All Might, his special action Carry to Safety has been adjusted to allow use even when there is no no gorge remain. That's a good change. It kind of works similar to assault deku now, I guess. For his beta, it's been adjusted, so when you're using it in midair, the attack will only transition to a punch if the dash hits. Well, I'm gonna have to go test this one out in game. That sounds like a really cool change. Kind of sounds similar to rapid might's beta. For Denki, his quirk skill alpha has increased ranged when used without aim mode. However, the damage has been reduced, and for the gamma ability, it's been adjusted so that momentum is retained after use. They've decided to increase the range on it, and the reason for this adjustment, they've decided to explain it. The quirk skill's ability to lock onto opponents in mid-air and practically guarantee a hit is its strength. However, as it currently stands, opponents are often at a distance beyond its lock-on range. We have thus increased its range to make it easier to land hits. Honestly, it's a valid change. For Endeavor, his high jump has been adjusted so that the momentum is retained when using quirk skill alpha or beta during the high jump. And for his assault's quirk set is the same for his quirk skill beta. For Strike Endeavor's quirk skill alpha, there's been increased range. For the beta ability, there's been decreased damage but increased reload speed. For Nejire's gamma is being adjusted to apply to twice its clones. And for some bug fixes here, for Shigaraki, the issue was fixed where cancelling the charge of quirk skill gamma catastrophe would remain excessive momentum. For Nejire, an issue was fixed where inputting the first hit of a ground-based melee attack would shorten the character's movement distance. For Bakugo, an issue was fixed where an opponent was already affected by sweat from quirk skill beta would not explode when followed up with another quirk skill beta attack. For Hawks, an issue was fixed where the skill would end too quickly after slashing, resulting in almost no recovery time. For All For One, an issue was fixed where the gorge would not be consumed, switching quirk skills. Currently confirmed issues. Confirmed an issue in the rank rewards display screen for the area control battle events volume 5, where the result availability period is displayed incorrectly. The results are actually scheduled to remain available until June 2nd, 9 o'clock PDT. We hope you continue enjoying mhur. Okay, we went through that really quickly, and I hope you guys are happy for these changes. I don't know if you guys are excited or you're not excited, you're pissed off. Let me know down in the comments and leave a like if you are excited for mhur season 17. Have a good rest of the day. It's been Taz, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.